So can someone recall on what we discussed yesterday? Come on, guys, what we discussed yesterday?
Hadoop tail calendar, more, less.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me share my screen. I see a new student, Raghunath Reddy. Can you hear me, Raghunath? Okay, so yesterday we discussed uh, how to change owner and group of the file, and then we discussed some miscellaneous commands like head, detail, more, less, cut, trwc, right? And we also discussed du, df, date, right? And we will cover the other two important commands. So find and then grep. Okay. And then we discuss this one, PS and top. So with that, we'll be completing all these commands. So we already discussed echo, history, and man as well. So in the maybe in the first class itself, right? So anyone have any questions from yesterday's class or any other class that we completed so far?
No, sir.
Great. Okay. So let's start with a command called grep. Okay. So what is grep? Anyone? Okay. So let's think of this way. And you have a text file, and you wanted to search if a particular word exists in that file or not, right? How do you do that? Maybe in Windows, right? It's a notepad, you just open it and you just press Control F, and whichever that you want to find, just input that and search, click on find. So it will give you all occurrences. Am I right? So similarly in Linux, right? So we have grep. So with grep, so we can search for the patterns that are there in the files. Files are file. Okay. So we can search in the multiple files or search in a single file as well. Right? So for grep, right? So there are some options that we can discuss. So grep with options, the syntax would be like this: options, then inputs. So inputs here is always files. Okay. So what would be the options that we have on the grep? So there is something like L, then I, C, N. So these are like, print all the files and the pattern matched. Okay. Ignore case. Ignore case nothing but so just so name itself that tells us right. So if you wanted to search for any word, maybe the word may exist in uppercase or lowercase, but if you use this I, right? So that means so whether the pattern it may be uppercase or lowercase, it will matches and give us a result. So we'll show that with an example. And this is a count of occurrences. Okay, and this would print line number in the file. So line number in the file means so wherever that match occurs, right? So it will print the line number. That is the meaning of it. And the other way, so if you'd like to search in the directory, right, we can use this -r. Okay, recursive search. Right. So let's see all these options with an example. Let me know if you have any questions. So we have this file. Okay, I'm just printing this, or I just can use more instead. So I'll pick one word for the searching. Okay. I'll use license as for my search pattern. Okay. Now I would like to search if the grep. See, without options also we can use grep, and I'm saying license in license. Because this is in, see, by default, what it is showing, wherever there is a match, it's printing everything, right? So wherever you see a license, right and right, you can see they are highlighted in the red color background, right? So this way we can search in the files. But again, so if I wanted to use grep-c, and I'll just use this, right? So it's just giving us a number that is 11. What is the meaning of it? So the main thing is it's like 11 times it's present in this license.txt file. Okay. So -c nothing but it just gives us a count of occurrences. I mean, a number of times that pattern present in the file. Even if you count, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lines basically, right? That's what it is. On 11 lines, it present the text file. But again, I'll do one thing. I'll create one more temporary file. Okay, right. So now we have another file that is grep demo. So this is also having one word license in this one, right? License present in here. If I use option L, right? And I would say license and star. See what we have. So it was searching in every present directory, I mean the directory that is available in the present directory, and then even the files. So you know already, right? So we have this word present, I mean this license word, right? That presents in the script demo. I just created this file here. All right. Okay. And license.txt, it's also having some multiple matches for this word license. But again, if you see, these are all errors basically. So if this is because this is a directory, we did not use the option -r, right? So that's the reason it's not able to search in those directories. Okay. But again, let's see how this works. See, now it always, I mean, again, it searched in all the directories, but it not able to find anything. And again, you see permission denied on this one. What is this? We'll see. What is the permission of this file? Yeah. See, because the owner of this file is Hadoop and we logged in with the data eng. So absolutely that's correct. We will not be able to see the contents in that file so we'll get this issue. Okay. So in some cases, right? So again, so any questions on this one till now? What I'm saying that you are able to get or not?
No questions.
All right. Right. So again, so how do I ignore those errors? Right. I still see this permission denied error, but we discussed this dollar question mark that will give us C2. What is 2? I'll come back to this later, but we'll continue with the script. Later we come back to this one. Okay. So far we discussed print all the files when the pattern is matched, and we also seen this count of occurrences and recursive search as well, right? So when we use to search in directories or folders, we use this -r option. See, basically, the most of the cases, this one, right? We used to search for the errors in the logs most of the times. Okay, in Linux servers, when a job is completed, a process is completed, and if it fails, so you just go and search for the error. So you just to find out whether there are any errors or warnings in the file. Just grep error, then file name or warning file name. That's it. That will give you some results. So based on that, you wanted to rerun your process or skip the process. So we'll take that decision. But mostly this is a main agenda of this grep. So most of the times we use it to search the log files for any errors or some expected what to be there in the file. Okay. All right. Now let's see one n and then see this is a difference basically. See, you say the difference, right? Yes or no? Just a minute, guys. Right. So do you see the difference between two commands with n and without n option? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
So we see the line numbers are printed on this one when we use -n, right? So you see this 470, 71, 77, 79. So it's just printing all the lines with the line numbers. This is how we can use. Okay. Again, so let me. Right. Are you able to follow me? What I'm saying? I'll do license or I'll take this as an example. So I'm using -i now. I think this reproduction, right? See, now it matches with uppercase or lowercase, both. So if we use this -i, that is the meaning. Ignore the case when you are searching for the pattern. So in that case, the match is in uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. If it is matching with this one, so it will give us a result. Okay. So basically these are the main different options with the grep. Okay. And again, so I'll show you something else now. Okay. So what I'm saying is, now what I did, what is the meaning of this? See, when I add this, right? I mean, right? The meaning of this one is, so when there is a match, right? I'm saying A, then followed by 12. So after this match, I mean, that meaning is after the last match, print 12 lines. This is the meaning. Okay. So if I say, right, it's B, this is before the match. That is the difference. So after the match, you want to print some lines, and before the match, if you want to print some lines, so this way we can do it. And now if I use C here, capital C, then followed by 5, right? Now it will print us 5 lines before the match, 5 lines after the match. So that is a way that grep works. Okay. Any questions on this grep command, guys?
Sir.
Okay, great. So we'll now move on to the next command, that is find. See, find has many options. So see, there are many options with the find. So these are all options. Okay. But we will not be talking everything here because we don't use them much. But whatever that we use more often, so we'll show you. Okay. So then what is find? Maybe by seeing at the name itself, we can say something, right? Find something. But what are we trying to find? So basically, as Linux servers doesn't have a UI, so it's very hard for us to search for any file or folder, right? So then find is a replacement of that. So to find any, search for any files or directories in the Linux file system. Okay. All right. So let's say, we'll see an example. Okay, so let me find for all the files, only files. Okay, find dot. See dot nothing but it always represents the current working directory. Okay, if I say dot, it will be looking in the current directory only. Okay, and then I'm saying hyphen type f star. Uncoded pattern after predicate type. All right. What is this? I'm getting this error. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Now I'm searching in the current directory. I'm using the name and star.txt. Why? Oh, yeah, this is the reason. So we need to code that in a single quotes or double quotes. Okay. So So what is the meaning of this? So basically, what is a syntax for this find, right? So basically, for this find, the syntax would be like this. Mhm. Fine. So here, so it starts with a path to search. Okay. Then options. Okay. And then if there is a pattern, we can give the pattern. So pattern nothing but I just mentioned, right? Star.txt. That means every file in the directory that way. Okay. But again, so what are the options in this one? Right? So hyphen type. So it may be F or D. F nothing but regular file, D but nothing but it's a directory. Okay. Then hyphen name. So it's like if you have any name in the mind, so wanted to search, or you have any partial name, so you can use wildcard like star. Okay. Or directory to search. Okay. And again, so it has many other options basically. Okay. So the depth, max depth. So what is max depth here? Let's say I have one directory here. Okay. Within that, I created multiple directories. One directory, and this is another one. So maybe someone created one more directory here. Okay. And here again, this has some other subfolders, right? When I say the max depth, so here you are, this is your present working directory. Okay. Right. So when I say max depth of 3, so it will search from 1, 2, 3 up to this. It will stop the searching. Okay. Even though if there is any extra directories here, right? So let's say I created one more folder here and there is one more folder here, right? It doesn't matter. So when I say 3, it will just cover these 3. That's it. Okay. The other 2 will be ignored. That is the meaning of this max depth. Okay. So it will just cover 3. If you mention only 2, so it will cover these 2, whichever the closest to the present working directory. Okay. And again, see this one as well. So this is nothing but the permission. So we'll search on the permissions. So if there is a permission that file has 755, so search for all of them that way basically. So we'll see an example for each of this. Let's see. See, this is very simple and straightforward, but Linux is very strict about the syntax. Even you miss a space or a dot, so it's very hard us to find out that issues. Okay. Now, so let's start. Find. I'm using in the present working directory, maybe that is a dot, nothing but. Okay. And this one we always completed, right? So name. So I'll like to search everything start with the text. Now you see all of these folders, right, in the present working directory, right? And if I mention max depth as 2, we'll go and search in the subfolders with the folders that are there in the present working directory. See, we have these all of them in the current directory, right? And there are some files that you can see these, right? And here as well, right? So what is the difference from here and here? When I say max depth 1, so it's searching in the present working directory only. But when I say 2, max depth as 2, it will go and check in the folders that are there in the present working directory. If I mention 3, if there are any subdirectories as well in those folders, it'll again give us. But there are no such things. But okay. But by default, if you don't mention this max depth, so it will search in every folder. From where you are running that command, it will search in every folder. But other way, if you would like to control, I only wanted to search in particular folder, so we can do that as well. And just simply give the path here. I'm doing fold. I should not be using this because, right, see, it is only giving us the files that are present in fold, right? Got it? Any questions so far? Okay. So now, so we covered these two, right? The max depth and the name we covered. So again, so we'll come to this. I would wanted to search 600. Okay. Why did we got all this? How many we got basically? 2000 files. What are all this? So what is this? If something that is starting with a dot. We discussed this during ls command, right? When we use -a, it will also give us hidden folders or files. So similar, because this is a hidden folder that is present in our present working directory. This is my home directory basically, right? Sorry, right? So basically this will be having many hidden folders or files that will be used as a configurations for the system. Okay. So again, so this one, I would like to search in, let's see if there are any file that matches this. Okay, let me see something that we can pick from this one. 664, let's try. Again, so I would like to cd fold. Okay. Yeah, these are all created by Hadoop. Yeah, anyhow, so I'll create a file now. Find demo.txt, and if I press LRT, it has this. So now we have two files here, and sorry, three files are there. Let me change the permission of the one file. Okay. So 775 dot and file. Okay. Now we have three files, and two files are having same permission, and one file is like different permission. I'll change the other one as well. So let's see. 755. Okay. How about this? Yeah, both. I mean, three files are having three different permissions now. Now let's search, right? So we are in here. I'm doing dot hyphen permission. Now tell me, so if I wanted to find 775, right? 755 we have. Okay. See, it's giving us this demo2.txt. Is that correct? This one. What is the permission basically when we calculate? Is that correct? So read write execute 1247 and 14 and 14. That is matching, right? And if I say 775, it is just only find again. So this find, right? And what we have 664, right? Now this find demo.txt. So basically we can use find in this way to search for the files or directories in Linux file system basically. Again, so let me go back. So we are in here, and I would like to search only the folders, right? So it is giving us everything that is a folder here. Let's see, these are all folders, right? Music, document, but pictures, public, videos, download, we can always see it. But the others, right, when you see this dot config and everything, those are hidden files. Yeah. See, we have something called cache, bash, history, config, and GNU, local Mozilla, something like that, right? These are all hidden files, but they are folders. Okay. Now here, so when I say AL, right? You see some are folders, some are files, hidden files and folders. How would I find only the hidden files? So here as well, we can use grep basically. Okay. Grep start with hyphen. See, what is the meaning of this? This cap, right? That presents in your keyboard on key 6. So shift 6, it will give you that cap symbol, caret symbol. Basically, it called as caret symbol. That's nothing but anything that starts with hyphen or dash. So what we're doing is here, so we are doing ls followed by al. It will give us all the list of files, including hidden files as well, or folders as well, right? And within that, we would like to find all the files that are hidden files. But is this right, what I'm saying? No, right? It is even giving non-hidden files as well. Whenever something starts with a dot, that is a hidden file. We can also see that, right? So then again, we can do one thing. Grep or how to do that? Any guesses? This is something complicated. Maybe it's like find hyphen name that starts with dot star. Right? See, so we can also use these commands in single line using this pipe symbol. This is pipe symbol, right? This is called pipe. So it's like passing the output from previous command to the next command. So it's like a pipe. So it will transfer this output to the next one. That's the reason we call it as a pipe, right? All right. Any questions? Are you able to follow me? You have questions? Are we good to go next to the next topic?
There's no question.
You said no questions or you have questions? Your voice is not clear.
No question.
Okay. How about
No
others? They are
questions.
not even speaking today. Girish, Raghunath, Monica, and Subbareddy.
No
Yes, sir. No
questions.
questions. Sir. No questions.
Great.
No questions.
So now we covered find command as well, and we have seen this, right? And I also shown you something that we in real time that we uses actually. So it's this slide, the previous command. So this is something we use most often if you are using any shell script or something. So it's like you wanted to list every file and then process each file, right? So in that way we'll find this useful. But when we are talking about shell scripting, we'll cover that as well. But for now, ignore it. Okay, again, so I'll like to hit this. What do you see here? Anything related, something you already seen this somewhere? This is not something new to you, but you know, do you know Task Manager in Windows? Anyone? So if you know Task Manager in Windows, this is a similar to that. So we get this when we hit, use top command. Top command, nothing but it will give us all processes that are running. Okay. So this will give us a live data. So it will be keep on changing based on how it is being executed in the background. Okay. So, okay, let's see what are the other commands that we left with. I think df and du we discussed yesterday. They are used to find free or used storage in the disk. And find grep we covered this now. What is ID? What you are seeing this? So basically ID nothing but it will give us the groups that this ID presents in. Okay. So this is what we mostly interested in, and this is nothing. Okay, ignore them. So this would be helpful in a real time. So when we use functionalities, functional ID, okay, so which will be having all the root permissions for your specific project. So, but when you get to know, when you start working on something, you will get to know the importance of this, but you can just ignore. So if you wanted to know which group that you belongs to, So just use this ID and it will give you the group. So what is a group again? So we were discussing, right? Here it is a group. This is a group. The first one is a user and the second one is a group. Okay, that's the reason you see it's a user ID. This is a group ID. Okay, and these are all the different groups that are there in this system. That is the meaning of this. Right. Okay, I think we finished this comment and let's get into the other one. Okay, VI editor. Okay, so look at this screen. I mean, right. Just look at all of this. What is it and exactly? I'll give you 2 minutes to go through this one. Then we start working on this VI editor. All right. So what did you understand by looking at this? It's very simple. If you feel like it's very simple, that will be simple. If you feel like it's not, I don't know something, so it will be like that. So make you comfortable and it's very simple to use. See, I have this, I'm in my home directory. So let's say if I wanted to create a file and maybe if I wanted to edit the existing file, right? So let me do one thing. I'll take the license file that I already have it. Now, when I say vi, then the file, it will open it. Okay. By default, it will open in a command mode. So basically, VI editor, it's having two modes, command mode and edit. Edit mode, it will allow us to edit the text. Maybe it's adding extra lines or extra words, removing or deleting. So anything like a regular notepad, right? Maybe you will correct something or you add extra lines, you delete lines, whatever it is. In edit mode, we can do that. And what is command mode and what we can do in the command mode, right? See, command mode, right? So it will help us to do some search, right? So I'll tell you. So again, if you wanted to enter edit mode, right? We can press any of character like I, O, A, right? If you press any of these things, it will enter into insert mode, edit mode. See, I'm pressing I. You see, it's already there. I pressed it 2 times. It's now started adding this text. But again, so if I want to do back, yes, even that you see, sometimes we may get confused. Even I see the backspace, so it'll be seeing that character, but it will be gone when you're saving it. See, I'll save it. See it gone now, right? That is it. In some cases, so as you press backspace, it will keep on going and will be removed. In some cases, it will not, but when you save it, the text will be gone. All right. And now, so in command mode or in edit mode, what we can do? So in command mode, so we can search or replace something. So I'm searching for one thing. See, you see here in the corner, there is a something like I'm searching for paste. This word, I'm looking for the word based. Okay, press enter. Right. So now it is here. Again, if I would like to find any other occurrences of this base, I can press N for next. Okay, nothing. Search hit bottom, so there is nothing. Again, if you see, if you press capital N, it will search in the reverse manner. Search in the reverse manner, nothing but. So if you press N, it will look for the next in the following lines. But if you press capital N, it will look for this search in the previous, above lines. Okay, so before and after match, basically. In grep we use, right, A followed by numbers, B followed by numbers, C followed by numbers, right? Similar basically. Okay, so if you'd like to find something, we can use this. Always use escape, and if you wanted to search something, you can use forward slash or something that is having question mark in that, right? There will be a question mark and the slash. You can press that again, right? So now I'm searching for something source. Okay, see where it is. Yes, here it is. But again, here is a source, here is a source. What's the difference? This is case sensitive search. Okay, that is the reason you see it's only showing us this one. I'm pressing N. If I see if there are any other, yes, there are, right? Even this is a source, right? I mean, even though it's part of sources word, and again it came to the top and it continues like that. Again, if I wanted to go back to the previous, right, I'll just press capital N, right? From here to here, and if I press small n, it will come to the following. This is one thing, okay? All right. And one more thing, if I would like to see the line numbers, we can set number. Will give us the line numbers. And if you don't want that, unset number. Enter command. Set no number. Okay, it's not unset, set no number. So this way you can do something on the VI editor. Okay, and now if I want to delete a line, right, you can just do press D for 2 times. Okay, I'm just pressing it 2 times. First, second, it gone. And again, you know, in our Windows, we see that Control Z that will come again. So here it is U. Just press U, it will come again. I mean, undoing the changes. Okay, right. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
What happened now? What I did is substitute. Okay, nothing but we are replacing all the words that are in source, right? If there is a match with the source, we will be replacing that with a capital source. It is nothing but find and replace in a Windows. Similar to that. If there is a source and I replace it with capital source. Let's say I'm pressing Q. Now you see, right? This again converted back to the lowercase. I'm just undoing that. Okay, this is what we can do in the VI editor using command mode. There are more to it, but it will be very confusing for you. I'm not covering everything. Right, so this is all in the command mode. Again, I would like to enter something, right? I would like to add some extra lines, right? Again, so if I wanted to go to first line, right? You can just press colon. See, always escape, press escape always if I wanted to enter into the command mode. And then if you wanted to go to line number 1, just colon 1 will go to the top. Okay, and if you wanted to go to the very last line, dollar. In Linux, dollar nothing but the very last character, and caret nothing but very starting character. But here is different. And even if you use Shift G, it's not working in this shell. Depends on the shell. Some commands will work, some commands will not work, but it's okay. Right. So I would like to go to line number 23. I'm here, and I would like to add one with some text, right? Hello, I am adding some text, right? Okay, I added. So how to save this, right? How to save means press escape again. So when you added your text and if you want to save it, so add the text, then press escape, press colon, then W. W nothing but it will write this into the file. See, it's updated. Again, so how do I exit from this editor, right? Again, press colon, type Q. We will be out from this editor. Any questions so far? Guys, are you clear?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
See this? This is what we discussed, right? Modes, command mode and edit mode. So if you'd like to enter into the insert mode or command and edit mode, just press A or I, even O as well. So that will make you to the edit mode or insert mode. So when you press escape, it will be coming back to the command mode. And again, if you like to save and exit from the editor, you can directly use WQ. Okay. And you made some changes. And if you don't want to save the changes, just press this one. Q then exclamatory symbol that presents on a number 1 the keyboard, right? One keyboard. So inserting, replacing, setting margins. So you can try this. Basically, it's like before cursor, after cursor, just nothing. But when you enter into the insert mode, don't look at all this. It will be just confusing. When you enter into the insert mode, just we can press up or down arrows and you can add your text anywhere that you want. Okay, so this is all about VI editor. Okay, and from tomorrow onwards, we'll start something on shell script. So far we covered many commands in Linux. Okay, so maybe you can rewatch the videos and make some notes. I will also share some summary of what we discussed as a document. But when we finish that, I'll share so that you can go through it again at once. Okay. So any questions on this actually in today's class before we wrap up?
No, sir.
If there are no questions, so that's all for today. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.